Hey guys, welcome back to Renee's Creative Concept. I'm Renee. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. I'm so glad you guys are here. In today's video, we are going to be doing two really adorable Easter decorations. One is going to be a really cute little wreath, and the other one is going to be a centerpiece for my coffee table in my living room. So I'm so excited to share these with you guys. Without further ado, let's get to crafting. Okay guys, so this first project is going to be an adorable little wreath. So we're going to start with this 14-inch wreath form, this pink little girl's hat from the Dollar Tree, and I'm also going to be using some, they're really just kind of scrap pieces of ribbon, as well as this little sign from the Dollar Tree. I actually ended up not using this, but I wanted to show you guys anyways, in case when you're trying to recreate this, you do use it. And I'm going to be using a ton of pink florals. So I'm going to start by taking off the little ribbon that came, it's like a little bow or a little flower that already came on the hat. I'm going to pull that off, and then I'm going to go ahead and get this hat set up on the wreath form where I want it at. I want it to be more toward the top and then have a little bit, more toward the bottom and have a little bit more room around the top of it so that my flowers can go on there. And when I attach it on the bottom part, I want there to be space for a bow to be on there, so I do want to make sure that I'm centering this on there correctly. And then I'm just going around the edges and applying a little bit of hot glue and then attaching it as I go around and work my way around this wreath form. Once I have the hat glued in place, I am just going to cut all of my flowers off right under the base. I am going to keep the green leaves that are on there with them, so I'm just going to cut that off, and then I'm just going to start hot gluing these all around the wreath form. You guys can see here how I just put hot glue all around it and just attached it to the wreath form. And I'm going to do every single rose like that, every single little flower like that, and I'm going to try and mix them up so the same colors aren't all going together, and that it gives you a good mix and a good variety of the different color flowers that I have. flowers put on, I'm going to use these pieces of ribbon that I have, and I'm going to go ahead and use my Easy Bow Maker as well and make a bow for this wreath. I'm going to start out by using this blue on the bottom, and I am going to be doing a 5-inch, and then once I get ready to do the next set of loops, I will be going in about 1/2 inch on them. So this will be like a double little bow, and then I'm going to go in over that with this Easter printed ribbon that I have. This also came from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to go in a little bit smaller on these loops, and I'm just going to make one on each side instead of the two like I did with the blue. And then after that, I will go in over that with the purple, and I will make those loops a little bit smaller as well. And then once I cut that off, I will tie everything off really good with a Chanel stem, and then fluff everything. And then once I get everything fluffed, I will go ahead and dovetail the ends, and then I'll attach it to my wreath on the bottom part where the hat sits close to the edge, and then I'll fluff it again. And then this project will be pretty much finished. I did end up going back in and looking at it to see if I liked the sign or not, but I decided that I did not. But you guys will be able to see that a little bit later in the video. After I did some really good fluffing with my bow, there it is, and here it is after I got it attached to my little wreath. And I decided that I was going to actually look at the Happy Easter sign, so I went ahead and pulled it off, and I cut the tag off of it and everything. But once I was trying to get it put on the hat, I didn't really see a good place that I liked for that. But if you guys can find a place that you like for it to sit, if you're recreating this project, then go for it. So once I got the bow on, I did go back in around that and fill in some more of those spots with some more flowers. So here is my little wreath once I got it finished. I think it turned out really adorable. It is a cute little wreath that you can use to put on your front door or your back door to bring in spring. I am actually going to give this to my niece, and she's going to put it on her bedroom door so that you know, spring is there in her little home with her. And I think it turned out really adorable, and of course she is in love with it as well. So you guys let me know in the comments down below what you think about this. So for the next project in this video, I'm going to be using this charger that I got at the Dollar Tree, as well as these beautiful hydrangea florals, and I'm just going to be using an entire block of styrofoam, as well as 2 of the little Easter Christmas trees that they have. And I'm going to start this project by hot gluing my floral foam into the middle of my charger, and then I'm going to insert one of the Christmas trees on either side of the floral foam. And you just want to make sure when you're going in with this that you are offsetting the one on them from either side. So you want to do either one up and one down, or one to the left and one to the right, so that they both slide all the way in. I do go all the way into the little branches on these, and then I start fluffing. And when you're fluffing this for this particular project, you want to make sure that you're fluffing your little branches up toward the top, and gonna leave the bottom kind of flat. Now I did go back in and cut off the tips of these, like where they have the ends there where it's just kind of one little branch and it's really long. I did just clip that off with my wire cutter so that it is kind of even around the ends and the edges. But other than that, after you get this fluffed out, you'll be ready to start this project. So after I have it fluffed really well, I'm going in with this glitter tool. This is the white one, and it does have some glitter in it, and it did come from the Dollar Tree with they had it out for their Valentine's little decor. So I'm just going to go in with that, and I'm going to tie it off using some of the stems on the tree, and then I'm just going to pull out some little puffs of that, and I'm just going to kind of go right back in with that and tie it off again. Some of the ones that are on just the individual stems, I'm just twisting that stem around it just to hold it in place, and I'm not actually using two of the little branches twisted over on top of each other to hold it in place. But once you twist this little tool around, it holds in pretty good anyways. So now I'm going to go in using that same technique, and I'm going to be using some deco mesh. It's going to be the white, and it does have a little bit of iridescent color in it. So I'm just going to use that same technique that I used with the tool, and I'm just going to go in with this deco mesh along either side. And I do 2 rows so that it does look really full and it's really filled in. And be careful with this, because once you are trying to go in with this deco mesh, it will stick to itself as well as your tools. So if you don't kind of keep those things separated from each other, they will stick together and you'll have to pull those apart, which if you're careful, you really won't have any accidents, but for the most part, it does stick together pretty good. So just be careful with that. So now that I have all of my tool and my deco mesh in, I am taking these florals that I showed you guys at the beginning of the video, and I did cut these off pretty long because some of them are going to be stuck into the actual styrofoam, and then some are going to be stuck in on the deco mesh and the tool and actually attached to the trees itself. So you guys can see here that the ones that I'm pushing into the styrofoam, I'm not using any hot glue to attach, but once I start attaching some to the actual deco mesh and the tool, I will be using some beads of hot glue to hold those in place. Once I get all of the florals in, I'm going to go back in with some of the little berries that I used in my floral video from my spring. The spring florals that I made for you guys, I will have that video linked above if you want to go and check that out. after I have all of my florals done, I'm going to make an Olivia bow for the top of this. And you do that by just taking your ribbon and folding it over on top of itself 6 times, which should give you 3 loops on either side. And then after I have my Olivia bow with this pink sheer ribbon, I'm going to go in with the length of purple. It's a scrap piece of ribbon that I have. It's pretty long though, so I'm just going to fold it in half and make a little tail out of it so it is purple, whereas the actual ribbon is pink. And I'm going to dovetail those ends, and then I'm just going to tie that off using just the tip of that Christmas tree that I snipped off. So I'm going to fluff it and dovetail all of the ends, and then once I get all that done, I'm just going to take a little dab of hot glue and take a little piece of my actual floral stem that I had from some of the florals that I cut off, and I'm just going to attach that on there using the hot glue, and then I'm just going to stick that down in front of my little centerpiece, and that's going to be it for this project. Here is my completed centerpiece. Once I have everything attached to it, this is what I'm calling the back side because I only put the bow onto the other side. So I actually have that one facing my front door so that when someone walks in, they'll see the front part of this centerpiece. So I think it turned out really gorgeous. I love these colors, and I really love all the different color hydrangeas that Dollar Tree had. And this is the front part of it, where I have the little bow attached to it. You guys let me know in the comments down below which one of these projects was your favorite. Hey y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video as well as watching me put together these adorable little Easter projects. I had so much fun putting them together for you guys, and I really love all of the colors. Let me know in the comments down below which one of these was your favorite. I will have this video linked in my Spring Has Sprung playlist, so you guys can go back and check out everything that I have put together for my Easter and spring decorations. I'm so excited for you guys to check out some of those playlists. I do have all of my stuff organized into individual playlists, so it makes it easy for you to find if you're looking for something specific. If you're new to my channel, I hope you will consider liking this video as well as subscribing, and don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you get a notification every single time I upload a new video, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. I'm so happy to have you here, and thanks again for watching.